shit.
DV in the house already. What up, SG? There go my girl. All I see for me. You already know, SG. It's another day. We here.
Yeah, I might turn it.
You hear feedback, Jay?
You said what?
Do you hear any feedback?
Nah.
All right. SG keeping the creeps out the comment section. You know we appreciate you for that. Talia, what Talia? Yeah, same here.
Guru, yes, this is live. Give it about 2 more minutes. We're gonna start diving into it.
Praise the creator for that. All I see. I didn't know you had that going on. Cairo in New York, DV.
Yeah, Cairo don't do the morning show with us. At least I never introduced her to it. You know, she got her other life and stuff like that she she deal with.
No, I'm laughing. My bad. I'm laughing at that Goro 187. Good. My bad, Jeff. And he said, "Why does Taj look like a villain from Command and Conquer Games? Just looking to catch him."
He said, "What?
Whoever Goro is."
First off, you said,
Why
why does Taj look like the
villain from Command and Conquer Games looking to capture Tiberian or we gotta find out who Tiberian or is that a chick?
I'm gonna have to start doing a public service notice to let y'all know. Like last nigga TV and like explain more of what it means. Cause they keep asking me that shit. They keep saying that, but it's not a physical look pertaining to me. It doesn't mean it. Look up came from Command and Conquer. It would make sense. Anyways, though. We are about to go ahead and get started. And as you can see, the first thing, topic at hand, of course, we know a lot of things that's been circulating in Minneapolis with the Alex Pretti killing and stuff like that. And I've been saying a lot of mixed reviews and thoughts and stuff like that. So I wanted to kind of dive in and on it myself, along with Taj, and get more firsthand knowledge and stuff pertaining to this, because I see a lot of folks, at least as far as the black culture, I would say majority are from my. This is simply from what I look at. Y'all can let me know how y'all see things in wherever areas you may reside in, but from what I'm saying, everyone is pro against ICE. ICE saying the ICE agents were wrong and all of that. But I kind of want to give more of an insight on it and give my opinion in regards to this. So let's go ahead and dive into it. As we know, Alex Pretti was killed. I'm not exactly sure what day he was killed. I want to say this happened at least. I would say this is going on a week. Someone can correct me in the comment section if I am wrong. but uh, he was ultimately gunned down by ICE agents in the middle of some kind of dispute, I believe, with a woman or something like that. And I kind of been knew about this situation, but I didn't really, you know, I didn't really tune into it too much, but it like kept hitting my timeline, Facebook, Instagram, things like that, to the point I said, okay, let me go ahead and just check this out to see what's going on with it. And to be honest with you, my first initial thought was more than likely is made to look like something that it's not. Because typically, especially with America today, that typically ends up being what it is. And imagine my surprise to find out I was absolutely right. He said, actually, a wild day. Oh, but anyways, so first and foremost, I want to say it's never okay to say, oh, this person deserved to die. That's first and foremost. It's never okay to be able to, someone saying, yeah, this person deserved to die. He did all that, he did that. That's just my opinion. I mean, everybody else can have their own of what they think. But in my opinion, most circumstances at least, it's never okay to just take a life like that. Especially in Alex case. Now, the question at hand is, was the death justified? I think that's what a lot of people that's so enraged about it is not asking themselves. Because like usual, hey, I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. The liberal democratic led news are gonna show you what they want you to see. But there's another thing where what actually happened. So, if for anybody that's a little, I don't know who Channing Tatum is, but
I think that's a basketball player or an actor. What up, Trey Billings?
I don't know who that is.
Off the record media.
Somebody already done came in here attacking and said that's definitely not the question unless you are a brainless idiot. Well, that's your opinion off the record media. But this is I think, and I'm pretty sure you're probably the type of people that I'm talking about because you just rule with anger instead of actually thinking. You have to also consider that law enforcement, despite if we love them or hate them, are human. They make mistakes just like everybody else does. And if you're put in a position where this guy has a gun, you see that they have a gun, they announce it like gun, gun, gun. And then you seen him reach back from in the area where the gun is at. Especially if you hear a gunshot go off, which did happen. Your first initial thought is to draw your weapon. I don't give a fuck what you say. If you are trained in that environment, that is your first thought. Shit, me coming from the hood, if I'm carrying my gun on me, I know that it's some known people that shoots people or whatever. Let's just say I got enemies or whatever. You hear gunshots. My first initial thought is gonna be to draw my damn gun. And I'm like, oh shit, they might be trying to take me out. So so the gun went off and the law enforcement shot him. That's basically what happened. See, you see this idiot that's up in here mad. So tell me, idiot, did the guy reach for his gun in the video that you saw?
Let's go. Let's get to it. Respectful dialogue.
When ugly ass niggas like him just coming here attacking it, I promise you, they don't be having no knowledge whatsoever.
Off the record, you on the spot.
And on top of that, they don't be having any logical sense. They don't want to go with logic. They just want to go with their feelings. You thinking like, let me not say that. I'm gonna try
Respectful dialogue. Put them on the spot. Off the record, what you got?
you think at this point you thinking like a bitch because you just going with your feelings right now. That's what you're doing. And that's not what I do.
He said you silenced me. Off the record, media say you silenced me.
How the hell I silence you, dude? I haven't touched one thing on here.
Present your facts off the record. Or
That's what I'm asking you to do because I didn't come on here disrespectful or calling names or nothing like that. I'm here to respectfully have a conversation with whoever wants to share their opinion on the matter. I didn't put you in time now. So that means
Bradford. Go ahead.
It might be Branford.
The way he's behaving right now, that might be. You put me in time. That's a giveaway right there.
But if you got put in time out, that's probably a moderator put you in time out. I didn't do
it. Yeah. The difference between, DB, I'm going to address your first question first. I do prefer to play the protagonist in the movie scenes I produce on my own. I'm the protagonist, but I have gotten the antagonist offers before. So, I mean, I know I got a certain look, and I know if it's a role that I'm okay with, they not degrading me or making me look crazy, because I got nieces and nephews in this world that I want to present strong images for and their generation. You know what I mean? So I don't accept any type of role, but I do prefer the protagonist. Go ahead, Jay.
You said the nurse from VA was lawfully permitted to have a gun. See, that's not what we're talking about. You're talking about something totally different. That's not what I'm talking about. No one said that he wasn't licensed to have the gun. That's you going with your feelings, like I said. I said he had a gun on him. Him being licensed ain't got nothing to do with it. You can be licensed and still carrying a gun. If you are an officer and you are attempting to make an arrest and you see that person reach for his gun, whether this person is licensed or not, you're not fucking thinking about that. You're thinking, is he attempting to take my life or one of my fellow officers' life? That's your first initial thought. Has shit to do with license, dude. And it's crazy because folks act like they don't have law enforcement. Me personally, it's crazy. I don't know. Well, you know what? I got high school classmates now. And actually, my best friend is actually in the academy to become an officer in his respective state. So I guess I can say that I do have somebody close that's an officer. But this is the thing. We hate officers so much that we forget that they got families they got to go home to too. They have to make sure they make it home just like everybody else do. And it's sad because there's so many officers that gives other officers a bad rep that we automatically think anything done with an officer, they must have been a bad person just because somebody may have gotten killed. And then this is the craziest part. The craziest part. And I got a question for off the record media. You don't have to answer it, but are you?
Damn, oh shit. Go ahead, Jay.
What is your ethnic background? I would love to know that.
This thing about to get spicy. So Don't Call Me Tall just came in and said those 6 officers fled the scene after the murder too. It's now a pattern of fleeing murder scenes. Any responses? The man did not pull his weapon. Jamie, you didn't lit a match on this motherfucker. The man did not pull his weapon. Go ahead.
What I said is he reached. I seen the video myself. I can literally pull it up right now. For all of you motherfuckers that's coming in here saying that shit, I can literally pull up the video right now.
That's the best evidence. That'll help us move on.
So say it again, so I can go ahead and cook you and show you that he reached at his guy. I saw the fucking video. Now, whether he was deliberately trying to reach for it to shoot at them or not, we don't know.
Here's an interesting comment.
Solo just text me and said, send me the link to get up in here. That's funny.
He was filming and holding the phone in his hand. See, I haven't really done a deep dive in it, so I'm learning from y'all in real time right now. I'm hearing Jamie's perspective. Now you got more than 3
That's
people.
why I told you this was interesting because it's gonna bring up a lot of different.
Well, let's
This is
do
my
it.
thing. I have no skin in the game to defend law enforcement. Trust me, I don't at all. I don't give a fuck about it. In my opinion, for Black America, I think this shit ain't got nothing to do with us. But
Here's a fourth person, Jamie. I got your back, bro, but I'm saying I want the truth. So a fourth
I
person.
want the truth as well. That's why
I
I'm
saw the video as well.
He
He did not reach for his weapon. No, he didn't brandish his weapon. It was still in his holster.
Did he reach back at his weapon? That's what I'm asking. I'm not saying that he pulled the weapon or anything like that. Did he reach back for in the direction of his weapon? That's what I am asking.
Thanks, Solo. That's my girl there. Appreciate you.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I just sent it to you, Solo. You got it.
We need Solo as she got the legal expertise on, but she do family law. That's different. But dog, you got the comment section fired up right now. We got some work to do. We got some social work to do today. Let's go.
Why are they running away from the officer involved in shooting? Now that is not known. I'll give you that. Don't call me tall. 100%. If they now that part I didn't know. If they ran away from it, that's a bad
That's
look.
why we here, fam. Facts over feelings. So it looked like he was just filming. That's a third person saying it looked like he was just filming. Jamie, I'm with you on look, bro. In the hood, if a motherfucker strapped, the mindset is shoot first, ask questions later. We both come from different hoods,
exactly,
different
bro.
cities.
And that's how I'm looking at it.
I stand with you 100%. That's how we do it where we from. Whether you in whatever city with hoods in America, if we know our ops is strapped, yeah, you
gonna pull your shit in five first, bro.
Tupac taught us to bomb
if
first.
you second guess that shit and you wrong, that could be the end of your life.
Ass out of there, right? You up out of there. So yeah, if you know your ops is strapped, it ain't no questions. It ain't no discussion. So, but what the people in the comment section are saying, and like I say, I'm learning from both sides right now. It looked like he was just filming. So what do the people in the comment section have to say about all that ammo Famo had on him? Famo had more than enough ammo. Like if you just walking around for protection, you only maybe an extra clip, okay. But they say this dude had, shit. He could have went to war or at least battle. So what's y'all thoughts on that?
Okay, so look, here we go. Let me go ahead and move this. This is for all the people that are saying he never reached back. Because like I said, I don't say shit without having receipts.
That one was definitely excessive force. He had 5 people on top, arms and but this is good. This getting real.
Oh my God! No, you didn't go get a video from this idiot.
It does not matter. The truth is true. This is him reaching back, is what I'm saying. That's what I am talking about. That looks like he's reaching back.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all.
I don't care if I hate you or love you.
I'm not gonna lie,
His
y'all. I
phone
play
is
football.
in his hand, Jamie. You see that, right? You see his phone is still in his hand.
Oh, I think so, though. That's why we need different. Jamie, you didn't say that.
I didn't know that. I'm going with it. That's why I'm telling y'all, I am not for anyone. I'm not taking up for law enforcement.
I am going, and I'm not taking. If it sounds like I'm taking anybody's side, I'm taking the side of the truth. Whoever tells the truth,
that's the side I'm taking for it. The side of the truth. All right.
So I'm with Jamie as far as if when you in an intense battle like that, a phone could look like a gun. I'm not justifying the shooting. I'm looking at the video right now.
Remember, I said a couple times on here, I said, I am not saying he pulled out a gun. I said that like 3 times. I know that for a fact. I said like 3 times. I am not saying he pulled out a gun. I said he reached back in the direction of his gun.
Man, I love the comment section, homie. I'm not gonna lie to you. Baba Coley say the Second Amendment doesn't limit how much ammo you can have. So I can't get around that. The Second Amendment, that deserves a second read. The Second Amendment doesn't limit how much ammo you can have. And he put a question mark on that. So why did you put a question mark, Baba Kali?
You said, hold on. You said he was already shot in this photo here?
He
I'm
didn't
not
reach
sure
for
on
You
that.
shit.
see the
That dude
gun
is just for
behind his
shit.
head? That was execution style. You see the
Damn.
gun behind his head in that same photo? You see that white hand and that gun in his hand?
Solo, what we talked about last show about the difference between white liberals like the Tyler Robinson and white conservatives. White conservatives are more mad. They more, yeah. You said it, Solo. I can't remember how you said it, but we getting to witness it right now.
White liberals, they're gonna try to act with restraint. These conservatives, they not white constrained. They out there with it. I'm gonna blow your
They
fucking
out there
head
with
off.
it. I like how you said that. They out there with it. Rittenhouse had multiple AR magazines. Correction accepted. I want the truth, y'all. I'm not in my feelings. I'm not in my emotions. Present the truth and let the people decide.
Well, this was for me, I saw the video. I did a deep dive with Savvy. And when I first saw the video, I did think it was an execution style shooting. I didn't think that none of them officers felt like their life was in danger where they would use excessive force to shoot him in the back of the head. But I mean, you wouldn't find me out there
They shot him
protesting
in the
shit
back of
like
his
that.
head too.
You are you looking at the photo? You see that
I
gun
see the
pointing in the
photo,
back of
but
his
I don't know
head?
if he shot him.
But why aim at him in that
Right.
manner if
Right.
he doesn't pose a
Yeah.
because it is levels to force, right?
Of
They
course.
have to use deadly force when they're presented with deadly force, right? So that's the way police officers are supposed to be trained. Now, of course, they don't follow that, but that's the legal standard. You use appropriate force. That's why you have excessive force. Not that, you know, you don't supposed to use any force. It's the level of force that you use as a police officer. Was it justifiable, right? So at the time they even pulled a gun out on him, is it justifiable for them to? Was it justifiable for them to even pull a gun out on him?
Did he brandish any iron? Did he brandish any firearm?
Not from what I saw. From what I saw, they took the gun from him
Okay,
and
so
then shot him
wow.
in the
Now
head. So
that's big there.
Wow.
now that's the
That
issue.
is.
But that's exactly
Wow.
what happened in the video that I watched. One guy was able to disarm him, walk away with the gun, and then the dude that was standing behind somebody else dude. So I don't know how he's gonna claim that his life was in danger because he was standing behind somebody that was actually fighting with him, fighting with the victim, right? So I don't know how he's gonna claim where I was so scared I had to pull my gun out and shoot him when he wasn't the one really in the middle of the chaos,
So
right? So
really quick. So this guy here, this is what I saw too. So that's why I said I'm opening this up to get to the bottom of it. Like I told you, I'm not coming out here saying, "Oh, officers are 100% right." I asked the question, and and that's what most, unfortunately, people in our community. The moment you ask a question about something, they attack you as if you're against them, and you go with your feelings. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this because clearly I don't know 100%, but I keep seeing all of these videos and takes on it. So I'm opening it up for a discussion. But, anyways, this guy
James,
here, the first shooter, didn't have time to think. He had his back turned when someone yelled out gun. Remember at the beginning of this live, I said somebody yelled out gun. I heard that too. And then he said, not making excuses for him, but it's something to think about. And that's my point. You got to think about these people are human as well. Did they make a mistake? Perhaps. Yes. But what I am saying is, I know if I'm in a war zone and shit like that, and you hear a gun, especially if you hear a gunshot, your first initial thought is going to be to draw your weapon and take them out first. That's all I'm saying.
all right, hooded. This comment deserves to be read.
Which one?
Hooded. Damn, I just lost it. Here we go.
This one here?
Damn.
They aren't officers. They aren't police officers. They are civilians with bullets.
Yes, thank you, Jamie. Now, I've always had this belief, but couldn't prove. And let me see if Hood would agree with me. When Trump pardoned all those January 6 people that stormed the Capitol, he deputized a lot of those people. So you got straight redneck killers out there with covered up. They haven't been through and I can't prove this, y'all. So embarrass me and make me wrong right now. You're welcome to do that. But what I believe but can't prove, he deputized a lot of those redneck killers in the South, and the motherfuckers going around this country doing what they're doing right now. And you are up against the only ethnic group of people that ever tried to overthrow this country twice, nigga, in the Civil War and on January 6th. And they showed y'all that. No, they showed us. We'll take this motherfucker over again. Their great-great-great-grandchildren showed us on January 6th. What year was that, Solo? 22 or 21?
21.
We would take this motherfucker over again, and what y'all gonna do about it? The motherfucker smearing shit all over Nancy Pelosi office, everything. And everybody broke that fuck up out of there. So them people ain't nothing to play with. Now the white liberals are more intelligent and strategic. And if we take this to Vegas, I would bet with the white liberals, because that's how Lincoln won the Civil War, with intelligence. He didn't win the Civil War with brute force.
Taj, while the liberals over there thinking about it, the rednecks are gonna be.
What you say? So, huh?
I was just about to say, I think I gotta disagree with that.
Please.
I said, while the liberals over there thinking about it, the rednecks are gonna be throwing grenades.
Right. Look, I told you more than once before that, in my opinion, what turned the tables was them allowing blacks to fight in the war. It was not the brain power of the liberal white.
That's intelligence. That's called intelligence. Free the slaves so the slaves can help us fight.
I'm not saying that that's not a form of intelligence, but if they didn't never allow the blacks to fight as well, I don't think they would have won it.
The blacks fought in the American Revolution, bro. The blacks fought. So let's go before the Civil War. The blacks fought. Crispus Attucks. And I'm gonna say this to all our fellow white Americans right now. Our blood spilled for this country first. Crispus Attucks took the first shot in 1775, which led to the American Revolution. So a man with sun in his skin died first for the nation y'all love. True or false?
Well, we ain't arguing that.
So, Jamie, to your point, you're saying that Lincoln freeing the slaves, that was an intelligent decision. Whether Lincoln was a white supremacist or not, you're like, man, let them niggas free so they can help us. Because the South, again, back then and still to this day, I played football with rednecks. They are the toughest white people in this country. The white liberals are more intelligent. So they gonna strategize like Tyler Robinson. Tyler Robinson came up under conservative parents. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm doing my brief research on some of this shit. And you saw what he did when he murked Charlie Kirk, he did it from a distance. He didn't do it. He didn't like, so what they doing out there with Trump people like, no, we're gonna execute your ass up close and personal. Y'all take it from there.
So, like I said, I'm not disagreeing with any of that, but my only stance is that they wouldn't win. See, you implied it as if it's white liberals versus white.
That's what it was in the Civil War. My fault. Go ahead, bro. Let me hear you out.
But what I'm saying is, if it's simply white rednecks versus the white liberals, and we don't get involved, they got a problem on it.
We're not getting in. What you mean if we don't get involved? Black America is not. The question Black America need to ask is, who do we think, who victory would be in our best interest? That's what the 50 million Black Americans, the 40 million, because 7 million is from the
Hey, we got, hold on, y'all. Oh yeah, hold on. I'm sorry, Ty. We got a racist up in here.
That's cool.
Now I'm gonna give him his attention that he wants. What you say? We didn't build shit.
We built America.
Yeah, we
built whatever the fuck you standing on with glass, nigga.
Bro, floaters. forever. First Lady Michelle Obama. Why? How come he didn't say that when she said we built the White House? So we replying to ignorance right now.
Wow.
The
If y'all want to
Capitol.
waste time, if y'all want to waste lifetime replying to comments like that, I'll check the comment section. But that don't even deserve a response, to be honest with you.
And it's the same stuff that they just say all the time. They don't
Yeah,
have
come on,
nothing
so
new.
that shows
It's
off.
just the
I'm sorry.
same stuff over and over
Yeah.
again,
So
over and
who?
over again. It's
So
so
who's
whack.
silly for responding to it? If it's the same stuff, Solo, come on now. All three of us are intelligent thinkers. So we're gonna keep replying to the same. That means they're running out of intelligence. If we keep falling for that, what does that say about us? Come on, y'all. I'm trying to get high off new information, not some same shit we've been hearing for 30, 40 years. I get high
I
off
say
information.
block his
I get
ass.
just as high off good knowledge as I get high off smoking Americana's joint. So that old shit, like you said, so we keep recycling these old whack ass talking points because they don't have the intelligence to think any further. What's next?
So it's interesting that now they saying they can't find the gun. How convenient. So are you speaking of the which gun are you implying? You're talking about Alex gun or one of the law enforcement guns?
I ain't gonna lie to you, Jamie. I think they executed that man. From what I'm learning in this thread in the first 10 minutes of this show, and I understand the people Trump got on his side, which is the most dangerous people in this country, bro. Solo said a very powerful point last show. She said the white liberals, how do you say it, Solo? They basically waiting to defend themselves. They're not on the
Yeah.
offensive.
Yeah, they don't they don't believe they're racist. They deny those genes, those redneck genes that's in themselves. So they exercise restraint. Rednecks are not going to exercise restraint.
Thank you.
They're not. They're
And
going
that,
to be
so who do you think
offensive.
Trump? Why do you think the ICE people will dress the way they're dressed? Because he has deputized. First of all, can we agree he released a lot of those January 6 people and deputized them? Can we agree on that?
He definitely released them. He pardoned them. As soon as he got in office, he pardoned,
All
if
right.
not all of them, he pardoned them.
Do we have facts that he also deputized? I'm gonna use the key word, some of them.
See, I don't know. I haven't heard that.
I don't know either. That's why
But if
I'm sitting here like I don't
but
really know.
if you were to ask me to bet on it, I would say yeah, at least
That's
some of
good
them.
enough.
Look,
That's
some of them.
strong enough.
If you saying
Strong
bet
enough
on
to be
it,
Solo.
I'm saying
Okay.
So Solo,
absolutely.
if we take this to Vegas, you betting that Trump
Yeah,
deputized?
if I had to take a
Absolutely.
stand, then yeah, but I can't go with something that I don't
Okay,
know.
fair enough.
He wouldn't say it to
Yeah, ignorant racists, bro. I don't think we should give them no spotlight at all. Them niggas using the same talking points from 30 years ago. That's a waste of time to respond to that.
the photo of the weapon they claimed was Alex's weapon had already been on Reddit for weeks. Hold on, so okay, so
That's true. I heard that before.
So that proves that they out like Solo. I'm not simping for Solo, but I'm giving her credit for saying it. They're on the aggressive. They're on the offensive.
Yeah.
And go ahead. And shout out to Prince City. I call it the Prince City because like Solo said, Prince City sat back, said, okay, bring y'all ass up here and watch what happened. And as we speak, that shit is still, the motherfuckers got thousands of motherfuckers in the streets telling Trump to bring it. Nigga, ICE done retreated out of Prince City last time I checked. So who won that battle?
What's Prince City?
That's Minneapolis. That's where Prince from.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But I do just want to respond to that comment. The photo that they claim was Alex's weapon was already on Reddit. I heard that from Savvy Sabs. I heard that the FBI gave us a photo of what they claim was Alex's gun, and they said that picture, that exact same picture that they gave us, they put out there, was on Reddit. So it's like they just stole the gun, the picture of the gun,
Crazy.
and you know where they lazy. The thing is they're not smart. They're lazy and they're not smart. And then
they entitled. That's what it is.
it's just, they want to feed us slop, like Candy said. The same old slop.
Right.
Just the same old slop. And
I'm gonna
they want
tell
us
you
to
like
believe it.
Redneck Billy told me. He said, Todd, and this is before I moved to California. He said, Taj, if you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough. And when
They
I
all
heard
say
that
that.
shit,
They all say
Redneck Billy
that.
told me that in Hollywood, Florida. I grew up around rednecks. Played football with them and all. When he told me, I say, ain't that a bitch? So that's their psychology, which proves that the white liberals are smarter. Who and what did
Oh, we know
Cairo
that. I don't think that's a question.
All right. So, like Cairo said, you could be strong as you want to be. If a person is smarter, your head will be served on a silver platter. Cairo just said that Sunday, and she's right. I believe her to be right. Carry on.
So let's DeMarcus, shout out to DeMarcus. He said, remember that we didn't get involved with the war from World War One and World War Two, and the government started the draft for blacks to get out of prison.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's and basically responding to they need our help in order to win these damn wars.
Who need our help?
That's what I believe he's saying.
Bro, the white liberals do not need Black America to defeat the conservatives. We just all agree that they're smarter.
I agree that they're smarter, but at the same time,
Sigma males. Let's address this shit because everybody want to brag about alpha males. Sigma males run this world because Sigma males are intelligent thinkers. If it was based off brute force, the people who run in this world would not be running the world. If you know anything about the Italian mob, Meyer Lansky, who was Jewish, was a thinker. So he told Lucky Luciano, look, you look like the leader. Lucky Luciano was an Italian American. So we're going to make you the leader. But Meyer Lansky was always the thinker. He was smart enough to say to people, I'm more meek looking, so they're not going to respect me. Lucky, you're the leader. That's intelligence, bro. So intelligence runs the world, whether it's deceptive intelligence or honest intelligence. Brute force don't run the world. Intelligence use brute force. Take the country in the Middle East nobody can't talk about. They're using intelligence to exist until that becomes the United States of Israel over there in the Middle East. Carry on.
Okay, so this is my thing. Remember when we had, this is in our private conversation. I told you the people that have home court advantage has a major advantage.
Mm-hmm.
You can have all the intelligence in the world. If these people are united and they're at home, they have a very high possibility of winning whatever war they're in. Like look at Vietnam War. Like to keep it 100, the U.S. was losing that shit. Why? Because they was in another territory that they weren't familiar with. So I mean, like I say, intelligence and stuff does matter, but it also like I think unity and being at home also matters, which where the rednecks would be, I think, would be to their advantage. Because let's be real, a lot of the liberals and stuff like that not unified. Them rednecks they unified.
In the South.
One cause.
Yeah, that's true. In the South, though, in their own geographical region.
Right. Which gets me to the next point. Because remember what we was going to, the next point that we're about to talk about. So.
But look, you can not stand up. That's perfectly fine and all that shit. But it hasn't been safe for Black people for 400 years. So what are you saying?
Are you referring to me when you say that?
No, I'm talking about this comment.
Oh, which one?
Don't call me tall. Like Black people have been saying this for years, and everyone else just sit back and watch and justify the police. Justify the police every time they kill a Black man, every time they kill a Black woman. We were talking too loud. We was not complying. It don't look like that white boy in his video was complying. So I don't know now. All of a sudden, non-compliance is not justifiable to kill someone according to the police, according to the law enforcement. Black men have been killed for not complying for decades. Now all of a sudden, because he white, now all of a sudden y'all can determine.
That's what I thought too. They gave them a little taste of biomedicine, a little taste of what we've been getting.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't mean to laugh at it, but that's kind of what I thought. Like that, I mean, it looked kind of like the shit they've been doing to us for decades, and y'all look fast.
White liberals, my bad, Solo. Let me fit this in real quick. You know I'm older, so I lose thoughts faster than y'all do. White liberals are on the wrong side of history in this category. They're banging for immigration over the NBA, which is us, the native black Americans who've been here. I just talked about Crispus Attucks, who took the first bullet for this country. So they're banging for the immigrants, and that's why Black America is on the sideline. You see
They
what I'm
are.
saying? So like y'all saying
Absolutely.
y'all want us to go out there and sacrifice our bodies, and what are we getting out of it? We see what the immigrants getting out of it, but what are we
Absolutely.
getting out of it? That's it.
Right.
Nothing.
So I'm already sure all three of us on the panel right now. We know where we stand. All of us are in agreement that we shouldn't get involved. But we have a lot of our brothers and sisters that is going hard for them. Now, Todd, I know you said from where you've been looking at in your algorithm, you're not saying it, but
At all.
I'm absolutely saying it.
Now, what about Solo as a tiebreaker? But I want you to finish.
Yeah,
About what exactly? I'm confused.
In my social media timeline newsfeed algorithm, I don't see any black citizens of United States defending immigration. I see, of course, Africans and Caribbeans defending immigration because they want to stay here, and the 14th Amendment wasn't intended for them. So I don't see that in my social media timeline newsfeed. I see black American citizens, not Democrat politicians, saying the Democratic plantation has been exposed. You guys prioritize, I'm trying to speak as proper as possible. You guys prioritize immigration over justice due to black Americans for building this country. That's why they call us FBA, Foundational Black Americans, NBA, Native Black Americans. We was here from the beginning. Before y'all, we celebrating 250, right? We was here before the 250. We was here before 1619. Y'all brought some ships over here from Africa with a couple niggas on the ships and some Hebrew slaves on there that added to the brown skinned, copper colored people that was already here as early as 1492. When what's the dude named Christopher Columbus and all those Italian explorers before the British Empire that the sun never sets on. So the Anglo-Saxons who came here first, those are the real Americans who started this shit. Everybody else after that is watered down. And guess who was here with the Anglo-Saxons? Niggas who look like me, Jamie, and Solo. Yeah, we was in slavery, but we was here. Y'all put the native people on reservations. Damn near slaughtered them, made them walk from Georgia to Oklahoma, Trail of Tears. So I don't want to hear no Ellis Islander motherfuckers telling us they more American than black Americans. And you niggas came on boats, and y'all came on boats too through Ellis Island. All the other watered down white groups, and you guys accepted whiteness from the Anglo-Saxons. Please text my phone and correct me if that's wrong.
No, that's not wrong. That's exactly what happened. I mean, they want I think they want us to be involved because we've been the group that's been getting shit done. Like we're the ones that fought for our rights to be considered a human, our rights to participate, our access to what America has going on. We the ones that fought for all of this stuff. Now they're benefiting and they're like, you guys need to help us. You guys need to stand with us. But the thing is, when stuff was going on with us, maybe 1 or 2, maybe 2% of your population was standing with us. But a lot of y'all was not standing with us. But now it's y'all feel like we should be standing up. But this shit has been happening to black people all this time. They've been genociding us for decades. The white liberals have been sitting back watching it from the sidelines. And now they have this strategic strategy to replace us with immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
They want to take what we fought for and give them to immigrants, and they want us to help them give it to immigrants. That's insane.
That's insane. So
That's insane.
that's insane.
That
Okay,
is
so
insane.
I couldn't even.
I got a question again. I don't know if you answered this. I asked this already. What is your ignorant background off the record media?
Is either he's a bougie black person, a liberal black, which is worse,
Right.
or he white. I mean,
I'm
I
very
see why
curious.
white people are trying to push black people. You guys need to fight for us. No, y'all fight for them. That's what y'all
Yep.
want. That's y'all
Yep.
cause.
Yep. We
Y'all
out.
fight for
We
them.
gonna sit this one out and let
We
y'all
gonna sit this one
let the
out.
smoke clear and see
I
who
don't give
won.
a damn about the Epstein class. Who cares? These people have been doing this and still doing this. And what white people gonna do? White people are gonna protect white people. They shown the hell gonna protect people from that Middle Eastern country that we can't talk about. So what y'all want us to do?
Oh, go ahead. Solo, I listened to that episode again today. I got the timestamps now. If I could get an edit from 411, it's the God jealousy.
Okay, so you said what you don't help your own people except talk shit. Okay, so let's just go with your comment, right? Let's just say what you're saying is true. Then we damn sure shouldn't be helping somebody else. If we
Right.
do, why the fuck we going?
We need to be focusing on our own shit. We will, because we've been fighting for 400 years, unfortunately. For the first time, for the first time, for the first time. Not saying that they ain't still killing black people, because they are. And that's what we need to focus on. Them killing black people. Not them killing people who migrated to this racist ass society to build a better life, because what they were doing to black people isn't bad enough for them to stay away. That wasn't bad enough for what black people have been crying about. You know, they still want to come here and enjoy what black people have built, right? So whatever. And then they had the nerve to be racist towards us.
Yeah.
And then you want us to fight for them to stay here, so they can be
Facts.
another group
Facts.
in
They be the
America
most
to be
racist
racist
piece of
towards
shit.
us.
To be honest, they
Get
be
the fuck
more
out of here.
racist than the
More
damn
racist
white
than
shit.
white people.
Yes,
The fuck
they be
out of
more
here.
racist than the white. 100%.
Y'all want us to contribute to our replacement. Get the hell out of here. You go fight for them.
Racist people,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it. This is just my opinion from my experience. Y'all can share y'all's if you want to. From my experience, especially since I moved to LA, the most racist motherfuckers have been Asians for me. Asians, and probably the goddamn Middle East people.
Okay.
It really ain't been the whites like that. It's been foreign people that probably might be getting the ass, or like I said, Middle East people that ICE is probably trying to get up out of here.
Mm-hmm. Which one of you guys?
Immigrants.
Yep.
Immigrants.
Uh-huh.
They work for the power structure, and now
Yeah,
you
they
want
do. And
the
the
people
power
who have
structure.
been subjected to that
Mm-hmm.
to help you prop them up so they can stay here and be racist. To be honest, no, we not getting out there fighting with y'all.
Yep. We ain't doing it.
Yeah, I think
We
off the
ain't doing
record.
it.
I think off the record
We ain't
is
doing it.
black.
We need to be out. We need to be trying to build our own community. We the last. We
Right.
last place.
So, Taj, I
Yeah.
think it's safe for us to say that off the records is black too. Now
Yeah. I think
you're
off the record
seeing
is
what I'm
black.
talking about. This is
Yeah.
one of the
And you
black
see what they
liberals
did
right
to
here.
Martin
You
Luther
That's
did.
King.
You
you
got one.
see it one
Look,
You got
and
one.
you see what they did to Martin Luther King,
Uh-huh.
right?
Black Republicans, right?
You see what they
And
did to
Martin
Martin
Luther
Luther
King
King.
pivot at the end. He said he was wrong about that shit towards the end of his life.
Yes,
He
he
like,
did.
oh, this kind of
Please.
crazy.
That's insane. I just think that they want to manipulate us, call us ignorant, call us, well, sit back and let the shit happen. We doing what y'all been doing. Sitting back, letting the shit happen. We do, and so why y'all now mad at us? It's just because they rely
Crazy,
on
bro.
black
God,
people
Crazy.
to lead the movement. They want it to be us that's out there getting killed by ICE. That's what it is.
Yes.
They want it to be us. Absolutely not.
Nope. We don't lost too many black lives to other shit. We gonna check that out.
We don't care that he was working at the VA or working as a nurse. No, I don't give a damn about that. It's been black men with kids. It's been black women with kids. It's been black men who've been killed with their kids in the car by police.
Yeah. And
We
Philandro
still don't
told
got no anti-lynching bill. The
Look,
Asians got an anti. The immigrants don't never fight. They don't be fighting for us.
we
wait
have
until you have a pack of neo-Nazis roaming your streets Alex Pretti wasn't at a protest when he was murdered. He was on the streets of a
Black
city.
people
He
don't have to
worked
wait for that. That's been going on.
and
So
on top of that, if they was to come at us like that, we're gonna hold our ground because now they
Here's
directly involving us.
Jamie, if you don't mind, I think that comment deserves to be read again. So wait until you have a pack of neo-Nazis roaming your streets. Alex Pretti wasn't at a protest when he was murdered. He was on the streets of a city he worked at a VA at. So again, if we take this to Vegas, I believe Solo and Jamie gonna disagree with me on this. But if we take this to Vegas, I'm betting with the white liberals because they're more intelligent. So when you say, when Don't Call Me Tall say neo-Nazis, that's really a dog whistle for the MAGA mob. Is that who you're referring to? Or you just don't have the courage to call the MAGA mob neo-Nazis? Huh? Is that what we talking about?
You talking to
they
me?
been
Or
killing.
No,
They
no, I'm
been
talking
killing.
to Don't Call Me Tall. Because Don't Call Me Tall say, wait until you have a wolf
Please.
pack of neo-Nazis. I'm asking who, so you're talking about American neo-Nazis, right? And I'm saying, so I guess white liberals gonna have to wave the white flag and say, hey, Black America, we need y'all. We can't win it. Just like the Civil War, like you said, Jamie, Lincoln move. Hey, freedom niggas, man. Hey, 1863 New Year's Eve,
Damn.
y'all Negroes
and
is
that's
free.
why these people are in the comment section saying what they saying, bro. Cause they know they look, they like, bro, these motherfuckers is gonna be tough to beat without the black folks helping us. That's
So
The
why
they
they
black
kind of
people
doing
making
that
your
y'all
point,
been
Jamie. You're right.
discriminating
Sammy,
and
I'm with you when you're
oppressing.
right, Jamie. And they kind of making your point. You're right. They say, I am calling them Nazis.
history
Look
has
at them.
shown
Don't
this,
call me
bro.
tall. We agree with you. We're asking you, what do you want us to do? Native Black Americans. The NBA, y'all love watching. Y'all been watching niggas for 50 years. Slam dunk, glide from the free throw line. So the NBA, Native Black Americans, what do the white liberals want us to do when you guys are prioritizing immigration
Right.
over reparations? We
Right.
can't even put the shit together as a package deal.
No
That shows
police
how arrogant and,
brutality, no
huh?
anti-lynching bill. They are still literally still lynching black people to this day. And
To this
to this day, they still lynching black people. And we still don't have an anti-lynching bill. Please. He's sitting there like, please go out there and fight for us so they can be killing y'all instead of us.
Exactly. That's what they want. They want the Buffalo
Get
Soldiers
the
out
fuck
there.
out of here.
They want the Buffalo Soldiers out there. They want the
Hell
Black American
no.
Buffalo Soldiers. And
Bye.
we are showing our discipline. We're showing our wisdom, because wisdom is different from intelligence. And the creator
Yes.
is telling, no, let them, y'all pick up the pieces. Stay out the way. Like Jamie said, when the smoke clear, go pick up the pieces. So I'm asking the
Right.
white liberals, can y'all handle the
Go
the
fight for
neo-Nazis?
something.
Can the
Go.
white liberals handle the neo-Nazis without Black America?
Absolutely not. Them Nazis gonna whoop their
they
ass.
gonna whoop their ass without us, bro. I'm telling
They gonna
you.
whoop
They
their
know
ass.
it. They like, bro. They like, 'cause when you was talking about what they did in Minneapolis, I say, bro, they won that battle. But you best to believe Trump is gonna recuperate. He like, all right, we're gonna show you motherfuckers this next round. And he gonna up the manpower, up the resources, and the next round when they try that shit, they gonna cream them niggas. That's why they like, bro, come on, black folks, help us out. They y'all
Absolutely.
enemy too. And we looking at it like, no, that's y'all enemy. But shout
That's
out
some
to
shit.
Ryan though. Ryan, you say I don't feel any way about the pretty shit. Call me psycho, but not our business. We 100% agree with you. That's what we've been talking about before you came in here. And there's a couple of them attacking us like we wrong for it. We like, nope, we gonna sit this shit out and let y'all fight it out, and we gonna sit. Hey, whoever wins, hey, congratulations to you. But we ain't dealing with that shit.
Byron Floyd comment deserves to be read. Watch Gangs of New York. They sent these immigrants over to replace us, not. So now, Byron Floyd, the way you worded that, I can't tell if you black or white, because the Ellis Island immigrants came over, and the Anglo-Saxons, the Pilgrims. Let me use a word everybody learned in public school. The Pilgrims, the first white people that landed, not the Latino people, the Columbus. Here, you know what? My bad, y'all, for changing mid sentence, but I want to get this thought out of here. America is an Italian name. So you motherfuckers from the English Empire, the United Kingdom of Great Britain, and the people that came over here and started this country,
If y'all so United Kingdom of Great Britain, if you so English, why is the United States of America, which is an Italian name, Amerigo Vespucius, who is named after? I would love to hear a white liberal or a white conservative teach on that.
You said so. We support raising ICE's budget. We didn't say that. We just said Trump is gonna raise the budget. That's what
That's the
I'm telling you what
bullshit.
they're gonna do. We didn't say
That's
we
the
support.
bullshit. That's the bullshit. Like black people are the ones in there fighting for ICE budget to be increased. Get the fuck out of here. That's the bullshit. That's the bullshit. That's bullshit.
That's what these people do. Once you're not on their side, they create
Yeah.
bullshit narratives.
So I think,
Liberals.
yeah, off the record and kind of lost his. I don't think we even should respond to his comments because like you say, he recycling the same points. A white veteran nurse was murdered in broad daylight. If that can happen to a white American, Solo been making the same point almost 10 times in this show right here. That it's been happening to us. So
It's
you're trying to
been happening
scare
to
us.
us.
You fear
And we've
mongering
been
us,
saying,
right?
if they willing to kill us like this, it's gonna eventually come to y'all, and y'all been, I
That's
guess
right.
y'all
Dr. King
privileged
said that.
have been saying no way they would kill a white person
That's
because
right.
they value our lives more than they value black people. So they wouldn't kill white people like they kill black people. But now we see that white people being killed.
Mm-hmm.
Now you want black support. But when it was black people, were white people on our side, or were they justifying police brutality? Were they justifying us?
They were complicit. They were, if they didn't attack us, they still allowed it to happen. So that's not to use a nerdy word, but that's complicit. You allowed it to happen. Is what complicit.
We are staying in our cozy homes, the ones that are safe. We have we we staying at home. We ain't got we gotta focus on our own shit.
So yeah, off the record is white because he said no, that was nothing in comparison to what is in store for y'all. So he's saying y'all, he's not one of us. So there you go. Like that's
Right.
I'm done.
That's
reading
another
this shit.
thing. Before that white woman was killed in Minnesota, a black man had been killed for ICE. You didn't even hear about that shit.
Yeah, I heard about that too. Yes, I was. I am a white person. I stood for BLM. We appreciate you. Don't call me tall. All right, good looking out. But the off the record guys, you trying to scare us into helping y'all, and that shit ain't working off the record. What did y'all do when there was black injustice? What did y'all do? We hit the streets. We did what we could do wherever we were. What you mean? All right, that's enough off the record. All right, y'all can respond to him. I'm kind of done.
No, I'm done with him. He doesn't
Now this nigga talking about I'm black for sure. So why are you using terms like y'all, nigga? What grade did you get in English?
right.
Your comment said no, that was nothing in comparison, nigga. You a black cracker. That's what you is. That's you typing like a black cracker, homie. No, that was nothing.
He's a
in
liberal,
comparison
bro.
to
That's
what
what it
is in
is.
store for y'all. Who the fuck is y'all, homie? You tripping? You sound like a black cracker, bro.
This is the black liberals I be talking about, bro.
Yeah, no, you're right, Jamie. Your point has been proven. Your point has been
I'm
proven.
glad he was able to prove my point in this damn show.
Yes, indeed.
What are we talking about?
Happy birthday,
A lot
Sister
of them.
Soldier. Salute to Sister Soldier.
And then you know what? The other thing is just that my issue with liberals is that, and then this is how you know the white liberals are just as racist as the Republicans. It's so crazy to me because once you as long as you agree with them, they on your side, but they want to tell you what to think. They want to tell you what to do, tell you what to think, and once you don't do that, then their racism comes out. Please,
That leads
I
me
know
to a
exactly.
question. So, Solo, you just refreshing my memory of a question I wanted to ask. Which approach is more offensive, the white liberal approach or the white conservative approach to Black America?
The
Huh?
liberal, like Malcolm X said, the liberal make you think they on your side and they're not.
Facts.
At least the conservatives are gonna tell
60
you
years
they
ago.
not on your damn side. Of course.
They're only on your side if they can lead the cause, correct?
Yeah.
If
So that's a tough,
you're on the same page as them, the
right?
moment that you're not, they, just like he said, what do you think you have in store for you? They're gonna come after you
Right.
because they can't tell you what to think. It's ridiculous.
Now
Black
the
people can't have their own thoughts. And then y'all need us to vote. That's the only reason why they keep black people black people are allowed to call themselves liberals is because they rely on the black vote. But they don't want to give y'all nothing. They just want to make you feel included.
right.
Because their primary focus is immigrants.
Clearly. And that
They were these black cities was giving them immigrants all their money, all of black people's money, just like Chicago. They were using
oh,
black people's tax-paying dollars to fund illegal immigrants,
all right,
not not black causes. They wasn't doing it.
Solo, be the tiebreaker for an authentic disagreement me and Jamie have.
Okay.
Do you think it's Black American citizens that's banging hard for the Democratic Party, or Democrat politicians and their cronies, their whatever you call them, their the close associates that's still trying to push the narrative? Uh,
You know, I think that is way I think I'm sort of in the middle, because I really do think that black America, like real black Americans, are now waking up to the Democratic
that
Party,
was my point.
especially our generation.
Mhm.
Like our generation, we're like, wait a minute, we voted for Obama, even though I still find like a lot of people just love Obama. And I'm like, Obama was in there 8 years and he didn't do nothing for black people, but he did something for the gays and the trans and the immigrants. He didn't really do nothing specifically for black people. But anyway, I like to think that our generation is sort of waking up to the Democratic Party, and that but I think it's not like regular people like us that's full blown Democrat. I think it's comfortable black people who make a lot of money, who have access to a lot of money and a lot of resources, and they think, oh well, because my life is good, I don't really want to change anything, right? But I
Mhm.
think that the generation where we grew up, you vote Democrats no matter what.
No matter what,
I
that's
don't
how
think
I mean,
I
yeah.
think that we're waking up to that.
Mhm.
We're waking up because we saw um Obama get in there and do all this stuff for all these specific groups, because they told us that they couldn't do nothing for people, for specific groups, right? But we saw them do something for the Asian, we saw them do something for the trans people, we saw them do something for the immigrants. But then when it comes to black people, Kamala Harris set her ass up there and said, I'm not gonna do anything just for black people.
Obama
She
did
showed
too.
the
Both
hell,
of them said it.
They both
but she showed the hell want to do something specific for the immigrants, the people who haven't paid taxes, who haven't been in the country, has never voted for them, they can't vote for them. But that's where she want to focus her attention on. So I
uh-huh.
think that, and the issue is that they send black people to attack other black people for waking up Democrats, the liberals. So I mean, I think it's more so black people who have access to a certain amount of money and have access to the Democratic Party. I don't think that I think it's but then you look at the last voting poll and you see 90% of us voted for Kamala ass. That's disappointing. So I mean, I would say that we're gradually waking up, but when you look
I,
at
I was letting her
the
get down. But
polls,
that's the proof there.
when you look at the polls, you see black people 90% voted for Kamala Harris.
Hmm.
So like it's like, do are we waking up? I mean, more black people voted for other people, than we usually do, but it's a slow process. I don't think that black people are just fully woke up where it's 50% of us that's willing to vote outside of the Democratic Party. But I do see a sort of a swift, sort of a change
That's the key
in
word, swift.
Democratic.
That swift. I mean, we're waking up quick, and it's
Obamacare did not specifically help black people. Obamacare helped everyone,
it,
right?
it
So
did.
who gives a fuck about Obamacare? It did not help specific black people. When they did the when they did the Asian hate anti-Asian hate bill, was that for black people or was that for the Asians?
That was for the Asians.
That was for the Asians, right? They had been
Yeah,
persecuted.
the Asian
They
hate
had
was
been
the racial
attacked.
study.
They had been getting attacked because of COVID, and the first thing Biden ass did was sign an anti-Asian hate bill. Black people have been oppressed in this country, killed in this country, lynched in this country for years, and we still don't have an anti-lynching bill, and they still lynching us to this day. So you can't use something that a president does that benefits everyone and say, well, that benefited black people. No. If you want to do something specific for people, you have to do something specific. Because when they pass immigration policies, that's only for the immigrants. We don't benefit from that.
And Trump really made a
So It definitely. I can't hear you, Taj.
Can you hear me, Jamie?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Trump, I'll say this real quick. Trump really made Obama look bad because Trump showed us, no, you can do something specifically for a group of people. He want to give white men reparations for what happened with the DEI shit. So that really made Obama look spineless. Like, damn, Obama, you telling us you can't do this shit. And here is Trump, redneck Scottish heritage.
Absolutely.
His mom is a redneck. His dad is a redneck too, but his dad migrated from Scotland to Nazi Germany. Anybody want to talk about that?
I don't know too much about that.
Anybody in the comment section want to chop that up? Huh?
I don't know that much about it. So for me, I can't really speak on it.
And he tried to hide that in his first book when he said, I can't even remember the country name, but he tried to disguise the Scottish heritage and the Nazi Germany heritage. That's why they rock with him so hard. I've said this on the platform before. Remember I said, huh?
You have said that the rednecks are cheering for Trump ass because he's one of them and he got into the highest house. Yeah, you said Trump is one of them. And he got into the White House. So that's their president.
That's their president. That's their rebel president. Thanks, Solo, for listening. I appreciate that.
Yep. This is ignorant. So look, now don't call me tall. It's calling us ignorant. Just a few comments ago, he was telling us to get out there and help them. Now we're in. So why would you want some ignorant people to get out there and help you?
Right. We all over the place. Like that ain't no
But that's what I'm saying. When you don't agree with the liberals, their racism comes out. Now we're ignorant. As long as you agree with the white liberal, they on your side and they're gonna allow you to fight for their causes, right? But the moment you don't want to, they turn right to redneck, Republican, conservative talking points.
Yeah.
Get the out of here. Go get your other white liberals to fight for your causes, right? Don't try to convince black people. We have enough shit that we need to fight about.
And also, how I see it, the best thing about it is sometimes when you sit there and just let your enemies destroy each other, you can just win that way. You destroy each other and boom, we on.
I learned that from the Italian mob. The Italian mob said,
let them destroy each other.
Yeah. The Italian American mob said when two other gangs are going at it, stay out the way and pick up the pieces when it's over.
Absolutely.
That's me growing up watching movies like Untouchables and Mobsters and Gangsters and all that shit. They would say that in the movies. Hey, the such and such family is fighting such and such family.
For my power fans is up in here, like Kanan said, sometimes the best way to approach the situation with your enemy is to make them think they already won. Sit there and think, hey, cool, we're gonna sit there and chill out. You got it.
Let me respond to the bro Hooded One. Hooded One, you had me with all your comments except this one. So you got to scratch beyond the surface, Hooded One, because you haven't done a deep dive on who Trump is. Hooded One said Trump is, this nigga put not in capital letters. Trump is not a redneck. He put not in capital letters. Trump is not a redneck. He's a New York real estate millionaire. That's what I thought, Hooded One. He has nothing, he put that in capital, in common with poor whites. You're right about that part, but he's still one of them. And he was a liberal first. That's a fact, Hooded One. Changed to Republican just so he could win presidency. All that's almost flawless except that first sentence. You just heard Baba Cauley tell you that his dad is 100% German. Let me hear you get around that, Hooded One. And I'm rooting for you. I want to hear you get around that. His dad is 100% German. His mom is of Scottish heritage. How is he not a redneck, fam?
And have you heard him speak? Have you heard the way that he talked about people of other races? Liberals are not, I would say they're not that overly outwardly racist. Trump is a redneck all the way around.
Yeah. Genetically. Like, so Hooded One, that's how I used to look at Trump. Okay, Trump was let me use his words. Trump is a New York real estate millionaire that outsmarted the white Southerners. No, that's not the case. Like Solo just said, he's one of them. He's the most successful one of them. Mm-hmm. And then Baba Cauley just confirmed it. I said his dad was Scottish and German. I'm gonna have to fact check that Baba Cauley, but Baba Cauley is saying with confidence his dad is 100% German. Baba Kali, the research I read, he migrated to Germany, so that doesn't make him 100% Germany. But I'm gonna use your point just to slam dunk mine home. Go ahead.
You see his next comment?
Let me see here. To me, rednecks are people from Appalachia, Southern folk. And I'll let y'all respond to that.
But check this. But that's just like. But I think you're focusing too much on where he was raised. We're talking about his culture. You just said his dad was fucking German.
Yes.
So if he's German, do I need to say more?
No, you don't. You really don't. You don't. You can, but you don't have to. He's German by his father. Remember the placenta. I just.
But I get. I'm gonna say this. I get what he's saying though. Because for me, when you say redneck, I'm instantly thinking them country, Mississippi, Alabama, Virginia rednecks that talk like this, and that's what you think when you say redneck. That's what he's saying. He's not disagreeing with y'all necessarily, but he's just saying when you say redneck, his first thought process is.
So I would ask you in Hooded One: do rednecks in the South move to New York?
Right. That was.
Thanks, Solo. We use that logic here, y'all.
Now,
do rednecks in the South move to New York?
You're not asking me. I'm not agreeing with him. I'm explaining what he's saying.
He's wrong. His first sentence, and we don't have to spend that much more time on it. His comment is almost flawless with the exception of the first sentence. And he typed this first sentence with confidence, not competence. He typed not, like he know what the hell he talking about. Trump is not a redneck. Trump is genetically a redneck. Mm-hmm. How many times we wasting time saying we told you what his parents are? His mom is pure Scottish. His dad is, I'm going to say Scottish/German. Baba Kali said 100%. We need some receipts on that, Baba Kali.
Okay, so hold up, Brett. Hooded One. When you say some of the poorest people in the country, yeah. So that's what Taj is saying. He's saying that Trump is one of them guys that was able to become very successful as one of them. Become who he became. That's what he's saying. He's saying he's one of the rare poor white rednecks that became a multi.
I hope Brooklyn don't get mad at me, but it's like niggas that might be broke in Marcy projects, but they're and niggas from Brooklyn is like this about Jay-Z. Jay-Z is one of them that came from the project.
You went out, Todd.
It's because she put that Middle Eastern country in the comments. They start messing with your signal once you start talking about these people. You can't do that.
All right, too comment too tight. She said, German or not, Trump kissed the ring of Israel. The fuck? Which is a 100% fact.
I mean, that's what $100 million probably would do that for you.
So yeah, my slam dunk, and I think Hooded One is from New York. My slam dunk point is Jay-Z came out the projects where motherfuckers are poor, and he became one of the wealthiest people, not just black people, one of the wealthiest people in U.S. history. So niggas from Brooklyn are proud of that, even if they're broke. That's the same comparison we're making with the rednecks in the South, who one of them grew. You're right about this part, Hooded One. He has a New York psychology, or as Nas would say, he has a New York state of mind. And so what did our black people in New York do to us down South? They look down on us. And that's why when hip hop came to the South, we held that shit for decades, nigga, because we didn't want you motherfuckers up north looking down on us again. The West Coast didn't do that. Snoop always acknowledged his parents, well, not his parents, his grandparents was from Mississippi. West Coast niggas didn't do that. They acknowledge their Southern roots. I love my folks in New York, but the truth is the truth, nigga. When y'all niggas moved from North Carolina and all them other Southern states and went to New York, y'all switched out on us. Went to calling us country, slow. Man, I don't want to go down south.
David Banner talked about this.
Niggas wearing overalls and shit. It is what it is. We love y'all. Can we speak from the heart with love? That's all we doing. So Trump is the white version of that. That's all we saying. Let me hear you get around that, Hooded One.
No, he already done said,
All right, well, let's move on.
He's already conceded.
What's good, y'all? Pre-stars. What's happening, nephew, grand man? I'm from VA, by the way. Okay, nigga, so you should know. New York is filled with VA niggas. New York is filled with, where you think Frank Lucas was from? Frank Lucas is from the movie American Gangster. Frank Lucas, what was his group called? The Country Boys in Harlem. So New York are black New Yorkers are from Virginia, North Carolina. Not South Carolina kind of went south, like the Florida and Georgia like that. Georgia definitely went to Florida. That's how my bloodline got in Florida. My granddad moved from racist ass Georgia to South Florida. He didn't want to raise his kids, which was my mom and his grandkids, in the racist ass Georgia at the time. We're talking the late 1800s, early 1900s. My granddad got the hell up out of there. That's why my name Taj Hollywood. So back to you, hooded one. New York niggas come from Virginia, North Carolina. They migrated to New York during the Harlem Renaissance. I study our culture like religion, bro. So just have y'all facts in order when y'all come with it. I don't do this shit for clout. I've been studying this shit since middle school, like a religion. How y'all study Christianity and Islam and all that other stuff. I study us. Let's go.
That's a fact. New York City filled with country Negroes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
VA follow New York trends because New York, that's who they are. When New York was first formed, was first created, you didn't really have us up there. We started migrating up there. Some of us went to Detroit. Some of the Mississippi people went to Chicago. You smell what I'm telling you? So the point we was making was it's the same with black Northerners and white Northerners. They look down on the South. So what we're witnessing right now is the white liberals getting ready to, it's not even, I was calling it a social civil war. This shit is damn near about to be Civil War Part 2.
I see it. I can see it being at our doorstep for sure.
Yeah, I've been to New York. I love VA. VA follow New York trends. I stayed in Richmond for like a couple summers. Richmond, I was in Richmond. VA real cool. And they got some pretty women. Brown, I ain't never seen so many brown skinned people in my life. VA ain't country like that. Understood, bro. We get all that. See, you deflected now. All right, let's move on. Ain't nobody who called VA country. Did anybody call VA country? No. See, he has a New York state of mind. Because we from the deep South, Tennessee, Mississippi, Florida not necessarily the deep South, because we got the tropical Caribbean mix. That's what's unique about South Florida. We get the Bahamians, the Haitians, the Jamaicans. So we mix all that flavor in, and that's why South Florida niggas are different from deep South niggas, because we had the luxury of having cultural exchanges with Caribbean people, not so much Africans. I don't remember too many Africans growing up, but I had Jamaican neighbors, bro. I had Haitians that stayed down the street, Bahamians. So South Florida is different, but let's move on. I mean, VA was getting, I guess ain't nobody called VA country, bro. You tripping. Let's move on.
Okay, so we're gonna go ready to do the closing because I got a few more other shows to do and videos and stuff. But
VA is the capital of the Confederacy. How about that? You gave me, Jamie, how we say you didn't give me too much time to think. VA is the capital of the Confederate rebels. Let me hear you get around that. Let's move on, Jamie. My bad. I had to get that thought out. Are you proud of that? All my folks in VA, are you proud to say that Richmond is the capital of the Confederacy?
I think I want to share this video.
Still got museums up there. Go ahead, my bad, Jamie.
I'm gonna share this video with everybody because I would love to get people's opinion on it. Taj, you heard it earlier with the white guy basically breaking down the reason a lot of the Black Americans are still angry when it comes to slavery. I thought he did a good job. And I'm curious to know what everyone else has to say about it.
And gang, slavery was so bad, I don't even know how the fuck we still cool white people right now.
You know, I'm probably the least.
I love VA, y'all.
Talk about this shit.
Y'all tripping.
But most people might look at what he said and think, Oh my God, why is he mad about something that happened 200 years ago, dude? Get over it. The truth is, it's not actually about 200 years ago. It's about what never healed. Most people might look at the video that he made and say, oh my God, slavery ended almost 2 centuries ago. Why are people still angry? Here's the truth, dog, okay? Trauma does not disappear just because the calendar moves. Trauma gets passed down in families the same way eye color and height does. A grandma teaches her son how to survive in a world that treated her like she was less than human. That son teaches his child. The fear, the resentment, the distrust, it becomes culture when society never truly fixed the root. This is the truth, okay? White families, broadly speaking, get to pass down land, wealth, property, business, safety. Black families, again, broadly speaking, pass down survival skills, trauma, how to avoid getting killed by the police talks, pain, distrust. That's not 200 years ago. That's yesterday for them. That's yesterday for them. You understand? Bro, to be honest, and I could be wrong about this, I feel like the anger is not really about white people. It's about the system. Most black people don't actually hate individual white people. What they resent is the system that benefited white people, disadvantaged black people, and never fully corrected the imbalance. Put it like this, right? It's like if someone robbed your family for 10 generations and then said, let's forget about it, it's in the past. Meanwhile, they're still living in the house that they stole. That's what it feels like. The other thing too, bro, is that America never apologized, healed, or repaired. The trauma wasn't just slavery. It was 100 years of legal segregation, banning black people from schools, jobs, neighborhoods, restaurants, public areas, banning interracial marriage, lynching, redlining, which for those of you that don't know, it pretty much means blocking wealth, mass incarceration, police brutality, and pretending it's a history issue instead of a current structure that manifested in different ways in modern times. White immigrants came to America and got loans, neighborhoods, business assistance. You know what black Americans got? Good luck.
For real. I'll go last.
That's a fact, bro. Like the mind was cooking straight up. He was
Right.
cooking.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if black he did like for my Naruto fans. I don't know if somebody did the mind transfer jitsu on him, and a black body jumped into that white boy and explained thoroughly exactly how we feel. But I think he hit on every point, especially the part that stood out the most for me was when he said it's like them trying to tell them to get over it from all the stuff that they stole us, while meanwhile still living in that stolen house. That I like, bro. That is 100% what it is. Trauma passed down. It's not like that shit just happened. Oh, it only happened here and then just disappeared. That's why it bothers me so much when you got the spoon community. When I say spoon, I'm actually meaning with a C, people. Like Anton Daniels and stuff. They try to act like, niggas need to just magically get over it. Everybody's different. I do think we do allow this stuff to consume us too much to the point that we can't get out of it. But at the same time, you can't ignore the pain and struggle that we've been through. So you got to try to find another way to collectively get past this instead of just criticizing them and telling them to get over it, because that's he hit it right on the nail. That's what it is.
Solo.
I mean, at this point, why we keep telling white people the issue? White people know exactly what the issue is.
No, I actually believe some of them don't. I really do.
No, they know exactly what
Some
is
of them are
going
ignorant
on
to the fact.
and what is going on. They sit back and they watch it, but it doesn't affect them, so they don't give a damn. And
Which means
they believe that we deserve this shit, right? That's what I think.
Mhm.
So they know exactly what they've been doing to us because they have been benefiting from it. They know exactly what is still going on with us because they have been seeing it. So, of course, I agree with what he's saying. I just, white people know exactly what the hell is going on. I mean, I don't know what else to say. They know exactly what the hell is going on.
Huh?
And I just want to respond to this comment. Black Americans got played by African chief chains that sold their ancestors into slavery. When I mean to tell you, white people have the same damn argument. It is insane to me. It
Yeah.
is insane to me. Y'all can't come up with nothing new. I don't know how many times I read that on a page. Oh, black people sold other black people into slavery. And I don't even feel the need to explain to them
You shouldn't.
what the history of that particular allegation is. It's just, to me, that is just a way for them to switch the blame. Well, it wasn't our fault. It was the Africans' fault who sold you guys into slavery. Slave. I'm not going into the history to try to
So
educate
Yeah,
you.
it ain't what like
Just
somebody just put in the comment section. Shout out to Grandman 21. They play dumb to what's going on. Back to Virginia. Y'all remember the movie Remember the Titans? If y'all remember the movie The Titans, remember they went into that bar with the Sunshine from California, and Sunshine didn't understand the seriousness of. See, now the VA people got me not even want to call it VA the South, but VA is the South because it's the
VA is the
capital of the
South.
Confederacy.
VA is definitely the South, bro. I'm proud. I'm
Come
sorry.
on.
It's
And
right
it's
That's
next
not,
to
I
Tennessee, and
don't
Tennessee is the
understand.
South. Come
yeah.
on, bro. It's the South.
Like if y'all want to follow New York, do
Now,
y'all
is
thing.
it the dirty South that what we would like just think of when we talk about the dirty South? Is Virginia probably the first thing you'll think of? No. But like,
Right.
bro, the first slaves and stuff were taken to Virginia.
You know what Virginia niggas used to tell
Majority
everybody in Virginia?
of the Civil War was fought in Virginia and Tennessee.
That's right. Come on, Jamie. Break that shit down, bro.
Come on, bro. It's
I,
definitely
I,
the
never,
South.
I remember this. When I was in Richmond, Virginia, and them niggas said this with confidence and pride. They said, nigga, the slave ships came here. All black people, and that's not a fact, but I'm gonna give them some credit. All Negroes came through Virginia. And they would say it with confidence. Like wherever you live in the country, you came through Virginia. But to your point, Jamie, a lot of us was already here. But they do get that bragging right to say the slave ships arrived in Port something, Virginia, 1619, when we're talking about the United Kingdom of Great Britain ships, not the Spanish explorers. 1492. We've been here since 1492. They used the copper colored description way back in 1492, and most people were Spanish. I thought the English and the Spanish, how they did, anyway.
This what I mean to tell you. Don't call me tall. Is about to piss me off. Would more hate crime charges be a start for you guys? Because according to MAGA, those aren't real. Reparations would be a start for us. It's yo. You guys always want to give us crumbs
Mm-hmm.
when you're giving other groups power
Right.
and economic
And
empowerment.
Solo, all the fraud money they find that would have paid reparations 10 times over.
10 times the money they give to let's start with the money they give to immigrants, since that's where you want us to focus on. That's where you want us to focus on. Let's start with the money they give immigrants that they claim that they ain't got, but somehow they were able to figure it out. Let's start with that. No, we don't care if you guys. So you guys can be charged with a hate crime, be convicted of a hate crime, and then get 5 years with 5 years of it being suspended. You guys own the justice system. You think these Please, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. No,
Really
economic
fast.
power will be a start for us.
Really fast. Let me address the hooded one. So this particular one right here, I kind of took a long break from doing these morning shows, but I plan on starting these back like every weekday from, I don't know where you at right now, but we're in the West Coast. So the West Coast is 8:30 for me in the morning. So if you East Coast, that'll be what, 11:30 for you. Central Time, it'll be 10:30 for you. But yeah, but the one that you probably really would enjoy, you should join us Sundays for Black Chat Chronicles. So if you truly are interested in topics and stuff like this, you should join. Go subscribe to Black Chat Chronicles, where we really deep dive on a lot of this type of stuff. I mean, we
No,
do it here.
we don't want none of these this crumbs that you're trying to give us. We want reparations.
Who you referring to?
Don't call me tall, cause he one of those, he a white liberal, so you know he don't he I think they want to give us symbols. Okay, you do police reform, but they never are reformed because police have a culture of killing black people. That's their culture. They have it's acceptable to kill black people. So if so you can give them all the training, you can do all the reforms, but if they still get up there and say, "Hey, he was reaching for something in his car and I felt threatened, so I got to shoot him."
Mhm.
What is the reform? It doesn't help us unless they make changes to their behavior, which training isn't going to do. So, I mean, I just don't I think you want to give us everything but what would actually help, which is the Democratic liberal strategy. Let's give
Absolutely.
you guys a hip hop picnic. Let's give you guys Juneteenth,
All
not
this
an
shit that don't
anti-lynching bill. Let's give you guys Juneteenth. Let's give you guys a statue of uh somebody. Nothing that really systematic changes our predicament. Y'all don't want to do that. Y'all don't want to do that. Y'all want to give us a hip hop
Picnic.
motherfucker picnic.
So said a hip hop
Fish,
picnic.
he said a fish fry.
A fish
Y'all,
fry.
yeah, a fish fry. Y'all want to give us a fish fry
Oh God.
and tell us to shut the fuck up, right? Give y'all a day off for Juneteenth. Maybe. I try to sway myself away from um okay, whatever. Whatever. It's your opinion. You don't think I know that. Okay, it's your opinion. Who cares? So yeah, I mean, on call, would you be agreeable to reparations for black people? Since you have sort of all of these recommendations, nothing systematic, but do you have reparations? Would you be would you be agreeable to um would you be agreeable to us having reparations? Don't call me tall.
Of course not. Don't call me tall, Phil. Hey, don't call me tall. Probably think and feel the same way Lil Haiti did on that first show. Lil Haiti say, "I don't want Black Americans to get reparations because I don't want to be around a bunch of rich
Uh-huh.
ass
Ain't
niggas."
that fucked up? Ain't that fucked up? And then
And he
you have,
said it.
and yeah, no, and then Taj, you have black immigrants from Jamaica and Haiti that have the nerve to form an opinion on whether or not we should get reparations
Right,
as black Americans.
right.
If that is not the most
Yeah,
insane
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
you have the Hispanics and Latinos have forming an opinion on whether black people should get reparations. The nerve, the nerve, the nerve.
You
Yeah.
said they are the ones stripping that away from you, and this lady just keeps raging. Who is the day that you're speaking of?
Right. Because from our point of view, it's the liberals. Maybe
Yeah,
you're talking about the liberals.
yeah. From what I've been seeing, it's absolutely been them as well.
And that's the thing. Now I'm just raging. You should have just said aggressive. I mean, right?
Mhm.
Whatever.
Can't
Once
fool. You can't
so
fool life.
don't call me tall. I want to know whether you support black people getting reparations.
I would
He's
bet
one of
not.
look. I've already identified him. He's one of those guys that be like, "Oh, I mess with black people. I march with them." 'Cause he said earlier, I don't know if you was in here yet, Solo, but he said I support BLM. He's one of those guys, like, oh, I support them, so that means I'm with the blacks. But
No.
but it only matters when you're supporting their cause.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
Let me respond to my somebody that mentioned. So they said the Nation of Islam never votes. That's not true.
the Nation of Islam is not encouraged to vote. So you said, I'm not trying to be a grammatical nerd on you, DD, but the Nation of Islam never votes. He didn't care about liberal or conservative. That part is true. But the never, if I was grading your paper, DD, if you don't mind, the never part, it's almost flawless. We just gotta take that never out. The nation they don't encourage us to vote.
Mine, what?
Right.
Grand Mine. He must be from Memphis.
Who?
Grand Mine.
Grandman?
No. He from Tennessee, but he not from Memphis. Nashville.
Ah, please. We've been reforming the police for decades. You've
Support
reformed
Black
it to
Lives
ICE.
Matter in
Look,
2026. You gotta be an agent.
an agent. COINTELPRO.
Hey.
Where we at with it?
I just want, I'm a chef. I can't with the. When I mean to tell you, they want us to maybe they want us to do better. They definitely don't want us to be doing better than them.
All right, so
You heard what
so here
Elon
comes
Musk said.
so let me respond to Didi. Name one Nation of Islam speaker who didn't tell black people not to participate in the white man's political arena. You kind of threw me a little bit. All right, so let's just go to the top speaker that's current right now, Prime Minister Farrakhan. My most recent memory is when he compared, I think this was it Trump and Biden, when he said you was voting between Lucifer and Satan, take your pick. But the minister doesn't discourage nobody from voting. In the same breath, the minister doesn't encourage anybody to vote for either one. The minister state the facts and allow blacks to make their own decision. So they don't discourage or encourage. You was right about your first. I grew up under the teachings of Elijah Muhammad. I'm not a registered Nation of Islam Muslim, but since middle school, since the Malcolm X movie came out, which
We went out
You
again.
went out, Tyler.
Yeah. Now you have federal agents running around in front of cars recording propaganda. Not gonna mess with something telling that people not to touch like.
not compare what I asked when one did not say to participate in Minister Farrakhan and white man's political arena. It's kind of hard to wait a minute, not compared. What I asked when one did not say to participate and Minister Farrakhan and white man's political arena. I can't really fully comprehend what you mean by that. But what I'm telling you from my experience, you could I know people right now that's registered in the nation. Fruit of Islam, MGT, GCC, all that. I grew up around it. I could have easily joined the nation. I got the letter and everything from the minister. My soul, I'm gonna say this for the first time to the world on Black Chat. Well, this is not Black Chat Chronicles, on UAN. My soul resonated more with the nation of Israel. That's why we say the nation, because whether you Islam or Israel, we're still under one nation here in the United States. But when Prime Minister made the speech in 2010, and I'll move on from this after this, when he said Black Americans, Prime Minister Farrakhan said this in 2010 from Atlanta, that Black Americans are the true Jews, the true children of Israel.
Damn, it just dropped that on. But basically, he was stating that Black America is the true Jews, and I mean, at this point, if you don't know that, bro, like you just lost.
Lost as hell.
You are going to talk all that smack about. I bet you don't like reparations, and when I correct you,
But
you
did you see other people talking? Are you confused? Like,
just
when
go.
did when did I when did I when did I go on mute? The
You
thing, and,
did.
this is the behavior of a liberal, and this is why Black people are moving away from the Democratic Party. Is because once you disagree with them, you don't agree with this, you don't agree with that, then it's insults, insults. Okay, so let's see what he says. You're not gonna talk about all that smack about I bet you don't like reparations. No, I didn't. Did I say that? Or did I say that what you're recommending isn't gonna help us? I want to know whether or not you agree with Black people getting reparations.
I would bet not.
But how you can say that you don't disagree with me? Yeah, you called me ignorant. You said I was a joke. You said I was just blabbering. Like, I don't understand why it has to go to that level. But I mean, apart from that, okay, let's say I did. The recommendations in the chat that you put in there, I didn't see it coming where you're saying yes, the liberals, the Democrats should be supporting Black people getting reparations, and we definitely haven't seen that in their actions. So I didn't necessarily see that you say, yes, I agree that Black people should get reparations. I saw that you recommend hate crimes and police reform.
Grand Main say love being from the.
That motherfucker ain't playing with your ass. So when you try to talk, let's get his ass out there.
I would do if I had to pick. I mean, to me, I don't really compare Nelson Mandela to. I would pick Marcus Garvey. He was the only one that had like a plan for economic power. Um, that actually did it, right? He created the United Negro. I forgot the name of the organization, but he united Black people all over the world, and he was able to build a business that actually was intended to benefit Black people. So I would probably do Marcus Garvey,
I would
not
just.
to
Yeah.
negate the other leaders. I would follow Marcus. I would follow Malcolm X as well. Martin Luther King. I would follow them. But Marcus Garvey, I think he got a little bit further than the rest of them in his movement.
But his movement stopped.
Right.
The Malcolm X movement didn't stop. So I would spend my hour with Malcolm X. The Malcolm X movement is still going. Marcus, this is no slight to Marcus Garvey solo, but Marcus Garvey, when they deported him, his movement dissipated. The nation is still here as we speak. And
But I
Malcolm
guess,
X and
right.
Malcolm X left the nation. I had an argument with this lady in a movie theater. We was watching Regina King's movie one night in Miami. And a lot of people, I want to say this to Black America, with the consideration that his daughters are still among us. So I want to be real respectful. Malcolm X left the nation. We did not put him out. He left. And I don't want to talk about what happened after that. But the facts are he left the nation.
But I guess the reason why I
Okay,
would
so
say
he went
Marcus
out.
Garvey. Oh, I thought he was done talking.
No, he
But
did. He did, but he went out. I
oh,
mean,
okay. The reason why I would say Marcus Garvey is because I felt like he was maybe this is just my ignorance of what was going on. But for Marcus Garvey, what I like is that he united us under a race instead of a religion, and you can be a part of any religion and join the movement for Marcus Garvey. I
The
think that
nation is the same way, Solo, right now.
well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe it was my ignorance that I didn't know.
Yeah, the
I didn't
nation
know
took.
that
Mm-hmm.
the nation Malcolm X was under was inclusive to all people. I thought you had to be under a certain religion to be a part of the Nation of Islam.
That's why I don't think the numbers are as big as they could be in the Nation of Islam because of the religious stigma. If it wasn't for the see, Marcus Garvey didn't include religion, so I'll side with you on that. That was smart of him. He didn't include religion. It was just, hey, if you Black and you being hated on by people that's not Black, join this movement. Elijah Muhammad came on the heels of Marcus Garvey, and when he started his movement, he attached religion to it, which is Islam. He attached the religion, the way of life of Islam. But we love the Black national. When I say we, I'm talking about Black citizens of the United States. We love the Black nationalism aspect of the Nation of Islam, not so much the Quran, because we can pull enough morality out of the Bible. So our grandmas, our grandparents wasn't really, they like, nah, we cool on the Quran. We got our Bible right here. We got our family history written on the first few pages.
I mean, for me, I think I would have to choose X as well. But He said we sleep on Nelson Mandela. I'm gonna be absolutely 100 on you. I probably am because I don't know a whole lot about Nelson Mandela. I'm gonna be honest about it. The other three, I somewhat can have knowledge of. Nelson, I know obviously I know who he is, but to be able to say, go out throughout history and say, you know, point out points and stuff and movements that he's done, I can't really do that.
They didn't have, see, because Malcolm X had street cred and he was hood like that. Remember, he was Detroit Red first. He was able to, y'all have heard me say this before. What I love the most about the nation is that they reformed the worst amongst us. That's the most
That's true.
valuable thing they bring.
That's true.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Biggest criminal.
Niggas go to prison as
Yeah.
killers and come home civilized.
Malcolm is a perfect example of it. So
I would agree with that.
that.
I don't have anything necessarily against Nelson Mandela, but I mean, he wasn't really one of us, and I mean, one of us as mean as Black Americans. So neither was Marcus Garvey, but he did come over here to help us. But he did come over here to help us with the sole purpose of helping Black people in America. So I think that it's not that I don't have anything against Nelson Mandela. It's just that I mean I'm not gonna choose him over one of us like Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. But I am gonna give him his props, his flowers, and all of that because of what he did contribute. But I mean I'm not gonna pick him over. One of us.
It's hard for a revolutionary to recruit. Did it go out?
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. I'm about to ready to close it out in the next 10 minutes anyway. Got to get ready to start my other one in the next hour and a half or so. Probably 2 hours.
Oh, man.
But we can get our last little follow-up. It's a good talk, though. We enjoyed the people in the chat, whether we agreed or not. I think we covered a lot in this little short amount of time.
Yeah. No, I was just saying, this will be my last comment. Malcolm, because Malcolm was from the streets and all the other people on that list wasn't. Dr. King don't have no street cred. Nelson Mandela don't have no street cred. He got revolutionary cred. Marcus Garvey don't have no street cred. That's why it's so easy for the nation to recruit street thugs because they could relate to, hey, bro, I was out there just like you. Trust me, bro, I grew up around this shit. So they can see that, damn, bro, so you was out here shooting niggas too and so I could become civilized like you. Yeah, bro, just come pay attention to these teachings. And that's it. I'll rest my case on that.
Yeah, but I mean, I would probably want to see them all.
Who would do better in, I love y'all city, so I'm gonna use y'all city and a few others. Who would do better in Memphis, New Orleans? If they went to I'm talking about the Pooh Shiesties of Memphis and the gangster rappers of New Orleans or any other city, Chicago, who you think would do better? Who would be able to reach them more out of the 4 people you put on that list?
I think Malcolm, because a lot of even with I do agree with the fact that the Malcolm was able to like recruit like thugs and thug men, but a lot of people would oppose Martin Luther King because he had such a non-violent approach. Like it's a little subservient to think that you don't approach violence with non-violence, right? So they're not gonna agree with that. They want to hear somebody saying you need to protect and arm yourself so that if someone you don't, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He did have like a non-violent approach, like
I think that last Martin Luther King though, before he ultimately met his end, I think he was going, if he was allowed to, that nigga was going to pivot heavy. He was like, say, hey, y'all.
Because Jamie, you right.
Get
He
them
met
scraps ready because these niggas, because I'm sick of this shit.
Jamie, he met Elijah Muhammad in 1966. He was assassinated in 1968. Remember what J. Edgar Hoover said? Prevent the rise of a black messiah. Right. So when Dr. King went to meet, remember, Malcolm is out the way. Malcolm is out the way in 1965. A year later, Dr. King goes meet with Elijah Muhammad, and the government tapped the meeting. So they say, damn, this nigga King about to go, he about to pivot. And they got him up out of there.
Yeah.
That's what happened. And we got receipts for Elijah Muhammad spoke on it. He said, I met with Brother Malcolm. We had a great, not Malcolm. I met with Dr. King. We had a great meeting. And then King came out and said, I believe I've been integrating my people into a burning house. Bro, we have some of the greatest icons in the world. Pick one. We got the luxury of having great icons. And to your point, Solo, I want to defend Dr. King before my phone cut out. Dr. King understood the times of technology. So he said, I'm going to use TV. Remember, TV came out in the 50s. So Dr. King said, I'm going to use TV to make these crackers look bad. So we just going to be nonviolent, y'all. Hey, if you tough enough, let them hit you with the billy club. The nation wasn't going for that shit. Malcolm wasn't going for that. Dr. King was using TV to his advantage. Now,
Yeah. But anyways, I gotta get ready, prepare for my next live coming up, and then my next couple of working schedule and stuff. So appreciate everybody that stopped through. Of course, Todd to Solo and everybody in the chat. Gonna be back tomorrow, same time. I don't know for sure if they're gonna be back, but I will be back same time tomorrow. And for those of y'all that's interested in other stuff, I'll be doing 2 more lives. The next one is basketball, and then the UAN after hours. I'll have that like maybe 7:00 my time today. So, and that's gonna become like a norm. So anyway, like I said, good stuff. Appreciate everybody stop through, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.
Much love.
All right, y'all. Bye.
All right.